This Christmas marks the 100th anniversary of a remarkable event at the start of the First World War. It is said that German and British troops, and French as well according to some reports, laid down their weapons and began to exchange seasonal greetings and songs with the diggers in the opposing trenches. These soldiers walked across to talk to their opposite numbers, bearing gifts, mingling, exchanging food and souvenirs, playing soccer games together, joining in carol singing, and even having joint burial services. This very moving account points to the extraordinary power of the Christmas story to touch the human heart at the deepest level, even in the midst of great suffering, brutality, and even the direct opposition of one to another. Christmas seems to draw out of us our real humanity. It invites us again to be our best selves. If it was so 100 years ago on the battlefields of Europe, it can still happen for us today, in every part of the globe, and especially here in our own beautiful corner of the world. We are told that the Christmas carol, Silent Night, or Stille Nacht, was sung that night between the troops. The miracle of this event was precisely that the guns fell silent, and it was indeed a silent and peaceful night, punctuated only by religious songs and the cries of Happy Christmas. One common greeting would have been peace on earth, goodwill towards men, which seems to capture the hope of Christmas very well. It is worth remembering, though, that the angels are reported to have said, peace on earth to people with whom God is pleased. The first greeting, goodwill towards men, reminds us that through Jesus taking on flesh among us, God offers us his gift of peace through a person, and in this way extends his goodwill and loving kindness to us. It also hints that we, in our turn, are called to imitate Jesus and to be bringers of peace and goodwill to others. If we want our lives and our world to be marked by peace and goodwill, then it is up to us to do something practical about it. Although an everyday task, Christmas offers us a special opportunity to recommit ourselves to being people of peace. And after all, who really wants to be a bringer of discord and disharmony? The second translation, peace on earth to people with whom God is pleased, reminds us that life is not only a gift from God, but also a task. The great blessing of peace is the fruit of a life lived in openness and with gratitude to God for his goodness to us. St. Augustine once reminded us that our hearts are always restless until we find our rest in God. Living our lives in fidelity to God is the only way to this peace which God can give. My prayer for all of you and for your loved ones as you once again celebrate the birth of Jesus is that you really do experience this wonderful gift of peace as you gather in your church, in your home, or elsewhere. And finally, as we celebrate at each Eucharist, my wish is that the peace of the Lord be with you always. Have a blessed and wonderful Christmas.